Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt. In today's video, we're reviewing a whiskey that I've been meaning to review for months, but I haven't reviewed it because I can't wrap my mind around whether or not I like it or not. It's the hardest part about being an extra super smart dumb person. I turn seemingly simple tasks into ginormous things that shouldn't be so hard to do and think about with stuff and things. Today, we're reviewing what I have left of 2025 Russell's Reserve 13 year. I really did a number on this whole bag. Blah, blah, blah. Do I like it? Blah, blah, blah. Do I like it? Blah, blah, blah. Do I like it? Sometimes I taste it and I'm like, Other times I taste it and I'm like, ugh. I haven't been able to grasp whether or not I enjoy the flavors that are in this, which is weird because this right here, this is last year's, and this was my whiskey of the year last year, I think. I'd have to go back and double check. I could be wrong about that. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. Just a moment ago, remember how I said that I'm like an extremely smart moron? I'm dumber than a box of freeze-dried shit. This is Russell's 13. Russell's 15 was my whiskey of the year last year. See what I'm saying? Okay, let me start over. There was a previous release of Russell's 13 that I absolutely adored. I loved it. Was it not last year? Was it 2023? Shit. I don't know. But what I do know is this. I got the 2025 release here, and I was like, not as good. It's nutty and funky and weird, and I didn't like it. And then I liked it, and then didn't like it, and liked it, and didn't like it. And that's why we're here, to review this. But in order to review this, I need to make sure that I'm not full of shit. So this is going to serve as the pilot video for a potential new series called Is He Full of Shit? Or let's work on the cadence. Is he full of shit? In order for me to give a fair review to the brand new Russell's 13, what I did was I poured the old Russell's 13, which I absolutely adore. I also poured this. I got both of the glasses back there, see? Now that I'm out of frame, you can see the two glasses already filled with Russell's 13 sitting by the pumpkin. They're sitting by the pumpkin if you can see them. Anyway, I've got them both poured. This one and this one. I don't know which one is which, but I'm gonna mix them up. I'm then gonna pick up only one glass. I'm gonna smell it, I'm gonna taste it, and then I must determine whether it's the new one or the old one. If I get it right, I'll continue with the review. If I get it wrong, you can just use my previous review of Russell's 13 for this review. And the entire crowd can chant at the same time, he's full of shit. No, that didn't sound right. He's full of shit. No, full of shit he is. That sounds even worse. I'll work on it. If I determine incorrectly, then I suppose we'll have to work on the chant that you can mock me with. But I feel like I should be able to taste the 2025 release and know that it's the 2025 release. If I can't do that, then I have no business giving it bad marks, right? So let's get into this very first episode of Is He Full of Shit? Julie like Wheel of Confusion. 1 glass, 2 glass. Now one of these is labeled 24 and one of them is labeled 25. The one that's labeled 25 is the newest one. The one that's labeled 24 might not be from 2024, it might be from 2023. Let's give the Julie like Wheel of Confusion the biggest SJ we can, and then we'll randomly pick one of the glasses and then see if it is going to make my asses look smart or dumber than normal. Oh, there they go. There they go. Eyes are shut. Can't talk and make the sound at the same time, so I'm just gonna do the Good. Now I grab 2. There's, oh shit. Come on. Got them both. I got them both. Putting down the Wheel of Confusion. Trying to be quiet about it. Great success. Putting one down. Back here on the barrel, not sure which one it is, but that's the beauty of is he full of shit. Come on, got it on Wednesday's hair. There, it's there. Now, let's go in for a nose of this. That smells nice. It smells very nice. Ooh, black cherries. Black cherries and like almost like a milk chocolate. A milk chocolate. Black cherry delight. Plenty of oak is aromating from the glass. Plenty of oak is like, ooh, look at me. I'm 13 years old and I developed an attitude. Kiss my ass, Dad, piece of shit. Just kidding. I would never let my 13-year-old talk to me like that. I also don't have a 13-year-old, and my 10-year-old can say whatever she wants, apparently. Initial thoughts based off the nose of this glass, and this is the tricky part of, is he full of shit? Is I think that this is the old one. This smells delightful. This smells wonderful. It's like oaky and cherry and like just glorious. It's got all the things that make me say I want more of this. I haven't tried it yet, and that'll be the deciding factor, how it tastes. Based off of me nosing it, I nose this. Porter-like. Smells like a hotel lobby. A nice one. Now I'm gonna taste it. I'm gonna evaluate it as fast as possible. I'm gonna do some calculations in my head. I'm gonna defrag my hard drive, if that's still a thing. I'm gonna run malware bites to make sure that I haven't been compromised. And then I'm gonna precisely calculate whether or not this is the new one or not. Precisely. Just gotta make sure my shit's running smooth. Wow. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's not a fiber of my gigantic being, not 1/1000th of my BMI believes that this is the new Russell's 13. If I'm right, then I can review the other glass. If I'm wrong, then son of a bitch. Everybody on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Is he full of shit? No. I'm not looking. 24. He's not full of shit, folks. He's not full of shit. Sometimes I ask myself this, Matt, how long do you expect to live with this lifestyle and your eating habits? Then I ignore that question, and then I move on to the next question. Are you actually good at tasting whiskey, or is it all a front? Are you just a lying sack of Twinkie-filled shit? And then, I go on video, I go on camera, completely vulnerable, putting myself out there, wearing basically nothing, and make myself feel so sexy and hot. If whiskey tasting was breasts or butts, and people looked at breasts and butts on dudes as they did on chicks, I'd be freaking hot, because I got a set of friggin' tasters on me. So let's go ahead and put the old one back. And grab the new one, which should say 25 on it. Which it does. That was the longest intro to a review I've ever done, but I wanted to make sure that I was qualified to review the new Russell's 13 before I poured it and then destroyed it. By the way, if you were wondering what the older bottling was, I believe it's batch 3. Now that I've tasted something phenomenal, let's go ahead and taste the 2025 version on the nose. Still smells good. A cream saver, like a strawberry cream saver. Being completely honest, which some people think is a super nice quality to have. If I smelled this instead of that, I might have been in the same boat thinking this was the good one, because this still smells really good. It does smell a bit sharper and a bit brighter. Where that was black cherries and chocolate and oak, this is like we're back in the 90s in elementary school. And we picked up a strawberry cream saver scented pencil, and everybody wanted it, and you were the cool kid and you were like, hell no, this thing is mine and I'm never sharpening it, never ever. And then you found out if you sharpen it, it smells even better. And then you're like, I'm never going to stop sharpening it. And then you get to the eraser because you never stopped sharpening it. And you're like, that was a really cool 14 seconds of owning this pencil. Strawberry pencil on the nose. The more I nose it, the less pencil I'm getting and the more berries I'm getting. So that's a good thing. That is a good thing. The nose on this is solid. It's super solid. It doesn't smell quite the same as the other one, but it smells really, really good. Son of a bitch, that's good too. This is the issue with this bottle. Some days I taste it and I love it. Other days I taste it and I don't love it. The finish on the new 13 year is a bit nutty and a bit sawdusty. It gets a little bit funky on the back, but that note was much more prevalent and much more in your face when the bottle was just opened. It seems to have faded over time considerably. Second sip. It is a little bit brighter and a little bit shinier and a little bit like higher pitched than the previous release. I was worried that after I tasted the previous version and then went to this version, I was gonna be like, hey, way worse, but it is worse. It is not that, but it is this, and this is still really friggin' good. 123.8 proof, so it's almost 124 proof, 13 years old. The oak on this isn't as strong-willed. Previous release was much more oak forward, but you can still tell that it's not young. It doesn't taste young at all. This is a brilliant, lovely, great batch of Russell's 13 until we get to the finish. The nutty sawdust finish. And the finish is like the one disruptive kid in class in an otherwise extremely polite and quiet class who can't shut up. And he's sitting there during nap time when all the other kids are half asleep. They're fading into the dreamland. And he's just sitting in the back of the class going, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. That kid is the finish on this Russell's 13. If we could convince that mother or father to homeschool that one child, then this would be tremendous. But that kid is gonna torment teachers from kindergarten all the way through grad school. Unless, of course, he drops out in the 6th grade and makes millions of dollars on YouTube saying 6-7, 6-7. Having tasted batch 3 of Russell's 13 and then trying to forget that I tasted it, giving this new Russell's 13, the 2025 release, a score, I give it a score of, I think it's still great. I think it's still a great pour. I would say that it is an 8.1. It's not as oaky as the previous release. It doesn't have the depth of character. It's not as deep. It's not as thick. It's not as Matt Porter as we would like it. But aside from the finish, which is sawdusty and nutty, the remaining characteristics and the remaining qualities of the pour, they deserve a great score. My name is Matt. This is the ADHD Whiskey. Like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on continuing to ask yourself if you're full of shit or not.